Okay, how are rotisserie chickens so cheap?
We've all indulged in those ready-made meals at the supermarket, even
Uh-huh.
though they're usually not the kindest to our wallets.
Sir, is there a problem?
I'm just making sure no one ever has to eat this.
But there is one supermarket staple that continues to satisfy both our hankerings and our bank accounts. The rotisserie chicken.
Oh, yeah, I love me some rotisserie chicken. Are you kidding me? Bro, I get this shit all the time. Sometimes. Sometimes I get it all the time until I'm bored of it, and then I'm like, I need something else. But, like, bro, the value? Like, how much is this thing? Like, 11, 12, 13 bucks ish. And this is, like, you cut this bitch in, like, I mean, so for me, this would probably be about 2 meals. But I would guess for like a regular person, this would probably be about 3 to 4 meals. But I don't know. I work out, I eat, it's whatever. This is about 2 meals for me. And this is great. So you cut this in half and it's about 12, 13, 14 bucks. So like $6, $7 worth of meat. And meat is usually the expensive part of a meal. And meanwhile, you don't gotta cook it, you don't gotta do anything to it. You just buy it as is, and then you just buy like a side or two. And you're chilling. Maybe some rotisserie chicken and a little thing of like watermelon. Oh, that shit is so good.
These slow-cooked supermarket saviors have been a favorite for frugal customers
Yeah,
frantically seeking a
that's me. My ass is frugal as hell. That's why I like the rotisserie chicken.
scrumptious meal. But how are they so affordable? Is there
I am part of the problem. I will 100% admit I am part of the problem. I am the reason factory farming exists.
some dark secret behind these tasty birds?
Oh, please don't.
Well, today we're finding out how rotisserie chickens are so cheap.
Oh, bro, they're gonna say like they factory farm the shit out of these rotisserie chickens. They're grown and raised to be rotisserie chickens from the get-go in the egg. And they like, you think the chickens aren't GMO, but they are GMO, and they're like perfectly genetically modified to be a rotisserie chicken and all this shit. I already know all this. I'm part of the problem.
But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food channel.
Oh,
After
boy.
that, leave us a comment and let us know what other mealtime favorites you would like to hear about. Okay?
Oh.
Time to go for a spin.
Let's.
In medieval times, the period, not the restaurant.
Oh my god, I actually went to a medieval times one time, but I was so little. And bro, like being a little kid and they serve you that big ass, was it like 3-course meal or something? It's like you get a soup, you get like the main meal and a dessert. Bro, when you're a little kid, that big ol' half a chicken or a quarter of a chicken, that shit feels massive. I felt like a normal plebeian attending a jousting match, cheering for my favorite knight, and that felt good. I want to go back to that time.
European citizens ditched the handheld sticks of their primitive forebears in favor of more sophisticated devices. Using hand-cranked levers, medieval cooks spun various meats from above a fire or coal-lit hearth until the food was adequately appetizing. Beef, pork, and roasted duck were popular choices among medieval families.
Okay.
But there was one protein in particular that always seemed to satisfy the lords and ladies of their time.
The chicken.
Even though Chick-fil-A was a long time coming. In fact, one legend asserts that King Richard the Lionheart got himself into hot water over a rotisserie chicken. According to the story, he was rumored to have ducked into a local dinery for roasted chicken behind enemy lines.
Damn.
The king's enemies, lured by the luxurious...
Wait, did he get behind enemy lines and decided to eat like a roasted chicken or something? Bro, that's hilarious as hell.
odors of fire-cooked fowl seized the Lionheart at once and arrested him. Worth it. Unlike the French fry, the term rotisserie has its origins in France. The French word rôtir, or to roast, was expanded to rotisserie, meaning a restaurant or shop that sells cooked meat.
Okay.
Eventually, Parisian shops began selling skewered and fire-spun birds to the public. And by the late 1400s, rotisserie chicken had become a cultural mainstay. In fact,
You want to know why? And it's the stupidest reason. So, like, I wasn't alive back then, but, like, there's a bunch of other birds, and they all could pretty much fly. But what did the chickens do back then? Like, did we just eat and genetically modify chickens so much to where they just didn't fly anymore? Like, are chickens now about the same as chickens back then? Like, could chickens fly, or were they more like do the turkey thing where they just take big ass great jumps and kind of glide down a very large distance? It wasn't so much flying, because you think flying, it's like, oh, a duck can fly, a goose can fly, a bunch of other bird types can fly away and shit. So it's like it's really hard to, kind of eat those birds. But like this motherfucker's just sitting here like running around and shit. I'm killing this little asshole. And wow, lucky. He tastes good too.
the most famous emperor in French history was a die-hard rotisserie fan. Prior to his unceremonious exile, Napoleon was said to be incredibly...
Bro, is this Napoleon? He looks like a child. Are you going on 4 or 40? What is going on here?
fond of spit-fired poultry. Such an aficionado was Napoleon that when he journeyed to the Egyptian capital, he was said to have toted 3 roast chickens along with him. By the 1950s, roasted chicken consumption was gaining traction across the globe.
Damn.
Due to ever-evolving farming techniques, chickens ready for culling were no longer relegated to the oldest hens in the hut.
Bro, you give a half a chicken to like a little kid, they don't even know what to do with it, because I didn't know what to do with it. I'm like sitting there trying to peel all the skin off. I'm like, do I eat this? Do I not eat this? It's kind of crispy. It tastes good, but like when you start eating the skin of the chicken, it's like it's all fat and whatnot. But it don't matter when you're a little kid. You're just like, oh, this tastes good.
Hutch. But for one Peruvian farm, roasting young chickens was a necessity. Struggling to make ends meet, a Swiss expat named Roger Schuler decided to try out a new recipe. Charging just 5 soles for an all-you-can-eat cold-cooked chicken feast, Schuler's farm became a hotspot for diners in the capital of Peru. Around the same time, some 6,000 miles away, a former World War II Navy officer by the name of Ernest Morgado was making his own stake on roast chicken. Hawking his teriyaki rotisserie stands at fundraisers all
Oh shit, that looked good. Oh my god, that was actually looked good.
across Hawaii, Morgado's innovations led to a Guinness World Record for hosting the biggest rotisserie bash of all time. With nearly 50,000 pieces of roast chicken served for charity, this Hawaiian take on rotisserie was a clear sign of things to come. Because in 1991, an American country music legend brought rotisserie over to the Atlantic. Debuting in Coral Springs, Florida, Kenny Rogers Roasters was helmed by the titular troubadour and former Kentucky governor turned KFC CEO, John Y. Brown Jr. Featuring rotisserie chickens by way of wood-fired
How far how far we have fallen from rotisserie chicken to deep fried chicken.
spits, the chain quickly expanded to hundreds of locations. Unfortunately for the islands in the stream maestro, another U.S. chain was about to take roast chicken to the next level. Originally known as Boston Chicken, this regionally beloved rotisserie spot eventually blossomed.
For a second, I thought that was like Boston Market. Like, I haven't been to Boston Market in forever. Like, what was that called? Rotisserie? Boston Chicken. Wait, was Boston Chicken rebranded to Boston Market? What the fuck? I gotta see this real quick. Did Boston Chicken rebrand to Boston Market? No. It did. God, it did. What the hell? I'm learning so much today.
Into Boston Market, the place you go when you want to spoil yourself with a home-cooked meal on a budget. With a full-blown commitment to bringing
Bro, Boston Market is the shit, dude. I haven't been there forever, though. I don't got one near me.
rotisserie chickens to Americans, Boston Market expanded from the Northeast to hordes of locations across the country. Known for heavy advertisements and a rapid takeover of quick-service poultry dishes, the folks in Boston had certainly cornered the market. Perhaps knowing when to fold 'em, Kenny Rogers soon shuttered his stateside roasters and shipped his spinning spits overseas.
And it's like you think about it, and it's like, you want to compare roasted chicken to a deep fried chicken? Like the health wise, it's like night and day. Kind of. Like, yeah, you can like soak it in some marinade or whatever, but like you're talking just add heat and put it on a spit and just cook it like that versus dunking it in like some seed oil. Bro.
But as it would turn out, even the mighty Boston Market could be toppled. Burdened with debt due to their franchise crusades, the big Boston soon trembled in the shadow of a brutal competitor. Deciding
The fried chicken. Was it the fried chicken?
to cut out the middleman, markets and grocery stores got in on the rotisserie action. With better
Really?
prices, easier
Wait, so did Boston Market die? Well, not die, but like get pushed out of business because just regular ass stores decided to do rotisserie chicken? I thought it would have been more in line of, people prefer deep fried chicken, like crispy chicken, compared to like grilled or roasted chicken. Like it's simply like a preference thing. That was my understanding.
access and a whole new reason to stop and shop, grocery store rotisserie quickly became the new normal.
Oh, that's Publix. Oh my God, I go here all the time.
As one of the least expensive
Well, not all the time, but sometimes.
options for families perusing the markets, rotisserie chickens are a dependable option for just about anyone. In truth, buying a fully prepared bird is a fraction of the cost of making one at home. With a lower price than an uncooked chicken from the same store, and an absolutely unobtainable preparation method,
Yeah.
buying your chicken to go is easily the cheapest route. But with so much meat for so little coin, one starts to wonder what's really going on behind the scenes.
I'm waiting for him to bring up the factory farming of chickens.
Unlike their fancy wood-fired or coal-simmering counterparts, the supermarket rotisserie is an entirely different kind of bird. Usually roasted in large industrial ovens, the common rotisserie chicken is roasted until it reaches the appropriate food temp and traditional brown skin. But unfortunately for clean diet foodies, these store-bought birds also come with a few added ingredients.
Oh shit.
First, the chickens are injected with a predominantly saltwater-based slurry, in addition to additives including sugar, MSG,
Oh shit. Now it's gonna ruin it for me. God damn it.
and any number of FDA-approved preservatives. Not only does this hot shot of brine keep the chickens plump and moist on the spit,
I mean, but there's nothing really that wrong with brine other than it being like excessive salt. God damn it.
the injection also adds that touchstone savory flavor we so often associate with rotisserie. So while it may not exactly sound appetizing, the end result is magically delicious. Early leaders in the art of supermarket rotisserie, Costco introduced their line of ready-made chickens in 1994. Yeah,
This is why we can't have anything nice, America. You gotta ruin everything. Can't have deep fried crispy chicken. Can't have rotisserie chicken. Can't have grilled chicken. Oh.
yes, long before AJ and Big Justice busted onto the extra-wide aisles, Costco was one of the very first purveyors of rotisserie. Served on hot holding racks in their grocery departments, these pre-bagged birds were an instant favorite for shoppers, shocked to see such low prices. In fact, rotisserie chicken sales have been
Well, it's I think it's multiple facts or multiple bullet points here when someone decides to buy a rotisserie chicken. Number one, it's cheap. Yeah. Number two, you don't gotta cook it. You don't gotta clean it. All you gotta do is just eat the meat off the bone and just throw that bitch away afterward. That's it. Very low commitment.
On the climb ever since their inception. In a stunning leap, Costco locations saw an increase in rotisserie sales to the tune of 20 million chickens from 2022 to 2023. And if the popularity of YouTubers and big deals are any indication, it seems as though there is no stopping the Costco roasted chicken phenomenon. Kroger locations were also an early contender in the rotisserie roadhouse of big numbers. But even organic markets have been taking a shot at roast fowl. For instance, Whole Foods markets have had tremendous success with their popular organic rotisserie chickens. And even though these birds might cost you your whole paycheck, they still sell for less than half the price of an organically raised raw chicken.
Damn. The good news.
Although the supermarket rotisserie chicken has been injected with hard-to-pronounce goodies, and even though these birds get roasted over decidedly less interesting heat sources, the low-cost aspect usually has
Wait,
little
what was that?
impact
How much was that?
The low-cost aspect.
No. This has to be like for like a quarter or something. Like $5. There's no way it's $5 for a whole chicken. No preservatives, artificial flavors, artificial colors. These are all like buzzwords. USDA, grade A chicken, gluten-free, MSG-free, $1.66 a pound.
Aspect usually has little impact on overall quality. As so-called loss leaders, products sold at a loss to lure in customers and hopefully get them to spend more money on other items, rotisserie chickens are a welcome gamble for savvy grocers. Think the Costco hot dog. Hey, we did an episode on that. Although rotisserie chickens are rarely consumed in-store like the Costco hot dog, unless you're some kind of Kroger Hulk, they still give shoppers one more reason to stop by and grab a few items. Think of the rotisserie chicken as a pile of unlimited breadsticks from the Olive Garden, or a free soda refill at the gas pump. Because even though these deep sales and freebies may seem like a dumb decision,
this is why you never go to the store hungry. You just can't stop yourself from buying whatever bullshit, dude. Ugh. Thank God I only go to Walmart. And I try to stay away from like the hot food section. I mean, granted, yeah, it's just Walmart, but like, bro, when I'm hungry, like, I don't give a shit.
retailers know exactly what they're cooking. And for the modern shopper, that's a net positive. Because before Boston markets and grocery stores got a hold of the concept, rotisserie chickens weren't always such a steal. In fact, when adjusted for inflation, the price of a cooked chicken in the 1970s was far more expensive than they are today.
Did not know that.
Since 2009, Costco has maintained the low price of $4.99.
$5 for a whole rotisserie chicken? I didn't know they were that low.
For an entire
I'm getting scammed over here at Publix.
rotisserie chicken, with Big Macs reaching astronomical figures, and in an age
Yeah, like look at this. The pickle is about the same size as the patty. It's just the patty looks bigger because it's shot slightly at an up angle. So it gives the illusion of more meat, but when you level that shit out and like go even to even, the pickle is about the same thickness as the patty. And it didn't used to be like that. McDonald's is a fucking clown show of fast food burgers and shit. Absolutely.
figures, and in an age when a foot-long sub could break
Oh, the foot long, bro. Subway has fallen so far from grace. Subway nowadays is complete, utter dog shit trash. Ugh, there's no shot I am actually hankering for a Subway sub. No way, dude. Maybe like 5 years ago, it would have been cool to go eat a Subway sub, but now they're skinny. They're disgusting. They're limp. It's not a good time at all. And because they're so thin, they can only slam on so much meat and vegetables that it's just not as appealing. Like, I would say more people now can fully consume like a foot long sub, whereas like at least 3 to 5 years ago, people would be full off just half a sub, but they still bought it. Ugh, for shame, Subway.
Your budget's back, this is kind of a big deal. But aside from their blue light special appeal, rotisserie chicken prices come with a bit of a cost, because much as they were in medieval times, the chickens selected for roasting are often pretty old, like way past retirement. These are Roger Murtaugh chickens. With hundreds or even thousands of raw chickens shipped to individual grocery stores each week, some of those birds simply don't fly off the shelves. Rather than take a financial hit and waste the life of an unfortunate feathered friend, many grocery stores instead choose to utilize their spoilage. That's right, most of your store-bought rotisserie chickens were probably set to expire, because once the chicken has passed the sell-by date, it can no longer be used to make profit. But by injecting these spinning hens with preservatives to then roast for hours...
Oh no. I gotta stop eating rotisserie chickens now? Dude.
An entirely new product is formed, one that brings in droves of hungry customers. And hey, don't fault your local market too much for pulling the nearly spoiled chicken over our eyes. There are plenty of other examples of these methods that stores deploy every day. From clearance items dangerously close to the waste bin, to going away racks filled with products that will never again see the light of day, deep discount shopping is a pretty common supermarket experience. But not every chicken is worth crowing about. For the last several years, many shoppers have complained of a soapy taste in Costco's rotisserie chickens.
Oh God, what? Thank God I don't go to Costco. What? This is news to me.
While some investigators believe these sudsy tasting rotisserie poultry products are the result of poor farming, others think those pesky additives might be to blame. Sodium phosphate, a substance commonly injected into rotisserie chickens, is known to taste of soap at high levels. So are these slow-cooked Costco birds being amped up with more phosphate than anyone should ever be allowed to ingest? Or...
And, you know, the microplastic bros are wreathing in their chairs because this is a piece of plastic that is being stored in.
Have our taste buds simply evolved to suffer cilantro-like consequences? Maybe it's time to cut back on the rotisserie. Although rotisserie chickens continue to be a leader in sales for many grocery stores like Costco, the overall impact on consumers and retailers has yet to be revealed. With their continued
Wait a sec, what did that say?
Although rotisserie chickens continue to be a leader in sales for many grocery stores like Costco, the overall impact on
Chicken is raised on all vegetarian diet with no antibiotics administered. Bro, all this chicken is eating is like little chicken pellets. And they're gonna like tout that as being vegetarian? Like, what? I know what the fucking chickens eat. They eat little pellets and shit all day. Like, oh, my mind can be at ease because now I have the superior moral high ground of eating the vegetarian chicken and not the savage demon meat eating chicken. Like, what? Ugh.
Consumers and retailers has yet to be revealed. With their continued insistence on $5 birds, Costco claims it is close to selling 100 million units a year.
Holy
Just
shit.
A decade ago, those numbers weren't so high, and they claimed a loss of nearly $50 million annually. Whether or not Costco rotisserie chickens still operate at a loss is unclear, but one thing is certain, shoppers want their roasted hens. People worldwide now eat more chicken than ever, and in America, that has led to supply chain issues and ever-rising costs.
Oh, God.
So it is nice to have a golden hunk of penny-pinching poultry to depend on.
I am part of the problem. God damn it.
So what do you think? Are you a fan of rotisserie chicken? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it,
I mean, I fucking was until I watched this goddamn video.
check out some of these other weird history food videos.
Shit. It's still a good video. I had no idea about this YouTube channel. I gotta watch more from these guys. These guys do like great stuff. Holy. I did not know the history of the rotisserie chicken. That is actually crazy, dude. Oh. I don't know. Like, everything in my life is slowly being ruined by the honesty. Well, I don't know how honest, but like just the transparency of public information now. Ugh. What am I gonna do? Shit. Okay. That was a cool video. I like it, and yeah, that was awesome, dude. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, later.